You have a little black thing coming up there.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, it's gonna be on there anyways. So
Yeah. Okie dokie.
He's got his remote control. He's got his beer. He's got his.
Is that a beer?
Yeah.
Sure
What
is.
Oh, Miller High Life.
Champagne of beers, mate.
I love Miller High Life.
So do I.
Me and Wiz are moving slow today. Loose. Cheers, boys. Cheers.
We made it through a World Cup, boys. We made it. You guys are still both happily married, and you made it through those 6 weeks.
Happily.
I bet you the wives are probably happy that the World Cup's over.
Yeah, they were calling themselves World Cup widows.
Yeah, World Cup widows.
They were.
Yesterday got away from us a little bit. The Jello shots just need to stop. When will they stop?
Frickin' Rabucchio. Full name shout out. She recently usually won, very, professional lady, very nice, dear friend of ours. We all love her to death. But my God, has she been aggressive with those things recently?
I know.
And you're sitting there having a Sunday, couple of Michelob Ultras, mind their own business, bam, 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 being a father, finish fathering, come upstairs, bam, Monday, over, ruined, boom.
You think there was a sale on Jello or something?
She's a Costco. First of all, before we continue, what the fuck is on your lap?
Yeah, what do we got here? This seems like an Amazon purchase.
It showed up at our house. I think it was a gift off one of Ali's friends, and I just figured it was a great place to put the microphone and my beer. And look, here's my phone. Yeah.
What's it meant to be for? Plain.
No, I think it's meant to be on the sofa. You can just put your drinks.
And you're gonna be watching the baggies. You got the room for an iPad on there to watch the baggies.
I'll put my AirPods in here. I mean, look, it's a one-stop shop.
To death. It's the one step before you say to us, lads, I'm wearing socks and sandals.
Oh, I do that.
Oh, bad stuff. But no, it looks really cool. You should keep it forever.
Thanks.
And the way you're holding on to it like it's a puppy, that's really cool as well.
I mean, what is going on? Are you gonna do that the whole episode?
Oh. Jesus Christ.
It's the only way to keep it secure.
Al didn't seem very animated. Why? Because he was holding onto a cushion the entire fucking time.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. We made it through.
Yeah, barely. I mean, listen, I'll tell you about what happened. So I literally I order the Uber. I go outside.
Oh yeah, leaving last night.
No Uber there. I see he's like literally all the way down the street, around the corner. So I just when I get in the car, I close the door and I go, "Oh, what? You can drive over a little bit further." And I was just saying in a joking manner, and then he's just like, "Get out of my car." He's like, "First you slam my door, now you," and then I go, "Dude, I didn't slam your door. That's not a door slam. I literally closed it. I made a joke, man. Relax. Just let's go." Had the headphones in. All right, let's just go. He's like, "No, I'm not going. I'm not taking you." And I just had a little bit of back. And then I was like, "All right, well, cancel the ride. I'm not canceling. You go in and cancel." And then we had a little fuck you off there with cancel. And I'm like, "Listen, I don't get what your problem is." I just tried to reason with him at that point, but I'm also just wasting time for my next Uber to get there. Luckily, one was 2 minutes away. But then I was like, "Oh, you want to see a door slam?" I gave him a door slam on the way out.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Took the door off the hinges, eh?
Had to let him know. Had him let him know what a real door slam is.
How did he respond to that?
He drove away.
And then your next guy was eventful as well, no?
We were just having we were talking about the first exchange. And he was like, "Man, fuck that guy. That guy's a bitch."
You're like, do you know what? He was a bitch.
Yeah. I had a nice vent session. I think he was just fishing for a nice tip, and he got one too. So an eventful Sunday that wasn't supposed to be, but
meant to be just a little wind down, a game we're not all too passionate about, but we're going to watch out of interest. Hands down, the worst final, not just World Cup final I've ever seen in my entire life. Argentina are going to get destroyed on this podcast, and as they should. They embody shithousery. They were absolutely, he can fuck off as well. They were awful. They weren't even trying to play the game. They knew they couldn't compete. And you know what? Listen, a slither of credit, because that team shouldn't have got to the final, right? And they showed that on the day. They
showed it the entire tournament.
They had no place being in that competition. They showed grit and they showed guile, and last minute, didn't give up and shit like that. Didn't roll over like some other teams did. You could argue France, if they had a little bit more of that, they would have got where they should have gone. So that shit. So yeah, I'll give them that. But outside of that, just disgusting. It's just disgusting. And FIFA broke their backs to get them to that. And it was the worst. Like 2 shots on target for Argentina, and they didn't come until the fucking extra time.
107, like 110th minute or something like that.
Yeah, like just if it's not football, it's not football. And me and Al were texting back and forth. And we're not going to make it all about England, but we're obviously going to talk about them into some degree. The combination of the third place competition, game, whatever it is, and the final annoyed me more than when we lost, because way we played so freely. Now it doesn't mean anything. There's no pressure. No one gives a shit. So there's loads of factors why we played so free in the third place game. But we're playing against bloody France, like the top ranked team in the world. And we didn't beat them. We destroyed them. Now they came back and whatever.
Yeah, they made some halftime changes.
They made some changes, and we took off Rashford. Right, he was one of the most lethal players in the first half. So. And it's a weird game because it's more or less a weird friendly, isn't it? It's a weird game. Anyway, spanked.
I think that's kind of like exactly how you wanted that game to be, though, as like a neutral fan.
As a neutral fan.
As a neutral fan, like that was like an NBA. That was like an NBA All-Star game. Like you kind of wanted to just, you know what? We know I think like, and deep down it sucked because I kind of figured the game yesterday was going to be like what it was. So it was kind of nice to get.
Did you really?
Yeah, I thought either Spain was going to run away. It's just that you watched Argentina the whole tournament, and they just really didn't do anything. And then they just have these flurries at the end of games. But Spain would just control the ball against teams. Like they only conceded 1 goal the entire tournament. Like I did not expect Argentina to get a lot on them just because how good defensively Spain is. So I think it was kind of nice having like a 10-goal game. I was at Mulligan's. The atmosphere in there was great. Everyone was just enjoying every goal. Everyone was just kind of like laughing about the game. But then I was talking to some people after, some England fans, and they're like, "I'm more annoyed now than I was before that game. Like, why the hell did Saka not play? Like how shit Spain were.
That has to be the biggest question that Tuchel has to answer to. The fact that Saka didn't play a minute in the semi-final, then 3 days later he plays the whole game and scores a hat-trick. Like that to me is like the most damning thing. Like,
but he hasn't
Tuchel can say like,
and he hasn't been good all. Saka's done fuck all tournament.
Fair, but like, I don't disagree with that. But like, if you're not even playing him at all in that semi, to when you need to stretch the play, and then 3 days later he's playing the whole game and scoring a hat-trick, like. The questions need to be asked to Saka as well. Like, why can you, what? And yes, one of them's a penalty, but yeah, that's the. But arguably, that the most meaningless game of the tournament was the best game of the tournament. Which is
what's interesting about Spain. I know we're obviously going to talk a lot more about England, especially the Argentina game, but Spain just kind of went under the radar this tournament. They had that draw against Cape Verde or in the first match of they played, everyone was shitting on them, and then they just went under the radar, kind of like they did at the Euros. They just kind of did their business. Then they'd get up against France.
They weren't blowing teams out. They weren't winning by like 3, 4, 5. They were just 1-0 here, and like you said, like weren't conceding. And it was just like their games are almost like not boring, but kind of a little bit boring. Yeah. And then it's all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, you're playing against Portugal, which was like, again, they won in injury time, and then Belgian game was pretty good, and then they just took apart France pretty methodically.
I think a healthy Rodri is probably one of the most important players in the world. He just controlled that game. He did the same thing against France. He just bossed the game. He made himself available when guys would get into a pinch, and he was just calm the entire game, and he just ran that game, and you could see why he won the Ballon d'Or. It's just like that he's just so, and like he was injured most of last season, like he was not the same Rodri, and that's why I think Man City fell off. But if he's going to be playing like this, you're gonna have him and Anderson in that midfield.
Like that's what I was going to say. Imagine him and Anderson
with Cherki in front of them. Like they're going to be
lovely,
interesting, and not to mention Holland. But yeah, I mean Spain. I mean the guys they're able to bring on too. You know, they're able to bring on that Ferran Torres, who plays for Barcelona. They're able to bring on Nico Williams, who, if healthy, would be starting every game because every time he comes on, he just makes something happen. And when him and Yamal are out there together, they've got a connection. It's just like it just opens so much for the striker because everyone's so concerned. Now they have to worry about both wings. I think when the guy Baena, he's a pretty good player, but like he's not Nico Williams and like the athleticism and.
If Nico Williams had been fit the entire tournament, they'd have been scoring a lot more goals. They would, because then they would have had, like you say, the dual threats on each wing and been, I think, been putting teams to the sword a little bit more.
But then Mikel Merino, he just kind of makes things happen too. Like that was bullshit. The Williams goal that got overturned, not just because I had action on it, but how was that a foul on the goalie?
It wasn't.
That blew my. If Spain would have lost it, I would have never. Like that's crazy. They overturned that goal.
That's a foul, but the Messi kick on Spence leading up to their winner doesn't even get looked at.
Yeah, no, I think I would have been devastated. Like I'm quite good at shaking. So is Al. We're quite good at shaking these things off with the footy, and because we support teams that don't win things, so we're used to shaking off and look for the positives and shit like that. Yeah. But like the sentence I've repeated 1,000 times about the England-Argentina game was, I went in there not hopeful to win, and I was at peace with not winning because I was like, me and Al spoke beforehand. We were like, this is where we should have got to. You know, this is a win for us getting to the semi-final. But then to have the game in the 80th minute in our hands and based on our own decisions and how we executed on closing out that game being the reason we lost it, that's something that has really, really stuck with me. Like, it's because it's just unnecessary. There was it's common sense. No one's, and the win in the third place thing is give Tommy the ability to come out and say the sentence he said. This is the best finish they've ever had in 60 years. And I'm like, what bullshit? Like, you failed. And if he come out, Gareth Southgate, after he picked the lads that were on the bench to come and take pens, I can't take that frigging thing he's got on his lap seriously. It's doing my head in. He came out afterwards, obviously a mistake. And he went, I made a mistake. And so that was it then. People kind of dropped it because they were like, do you know what? He's a human being. He's acknowledged it. I feel more comfortable with his leadership because he can talk about it and he's going to make mistakes cool. The fact that Tommy's come out and gone, I don't change anything. You've got to stay with me for the highs. You're going to stay with me for the lows. Mexico, how are you going to crown me? Then this, now I'll forgive you the first. I'm like, I have zero faith in that man. Zero. None.
It's trust, isn't it? You've when he first got appointed England manager, I was like, not sure. And then he takes you on this journey. You kind of like, all right, I'm buying into it a bit. And then even through this before the World Cup, I was like, oh. And then yeah, like the Mexico game, the Norway game, the trust gets built up so much. And then that Argentina game, like you said before the game, I was like, okay, if someone had given us the semi before the tournament, we'd have bit the hand off. And you just don't want to go out, you don't want to get like steamrolled in the semi. And then it's the way that we went out and the way that this is the coach that we brought in to make these decisions to get us over the line. And yeah, we were 1-0 up going into the 85th minute and not to be able to close that out, or not even to then be able to take it extra time after conceding an equalizer in the 85th minute. Those are the things that for me are unforgivable. And now it's like the trust is back down to zero and you got to be like, okay, well.
That's why he was brought in. He was brought in because we've had managers that don't make bold decisions. And because there was more of a detachment because he's not English and because he's done well in cups, you kind of thought he had the balls to make those big decisions. And, as you two know very well. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. But anyone who looked at that game, Harry Kane was invisible the last 30 minutes. Invisible. And I don't care if it's, no offense, West Brom fighting against fucking, Wigan. And they're trying to close out a game. Everyone has an outlet. Yeah. You have 10 men behind the ball, and you have one speedster. Don't care if he's the right back or anyone, to put pressure on them when they have the ball, to give yourself a chance to breathe. Never mind, not trying to fucking score or nothing. And he didn't. He didn't have anything. He just had.
And that wouldn't have been Rashford. Rashford wouldn't do that running, but like I think an Ollie Watkins at that point would have been the move to bring in over.
But Rashford. So you see when Jude got the ball and he's played how many games and how many minutes that game? He's running down the wing. He's got nowhere to go. He's got no one to pass to because no one can keep up with him. Yeah. And he just literally ran the ball out of play. If that's Rashford, he scares the shit out of them. For the two centre halves that are the dirtiest bastards on the fucking planet.
Both on yellow.
Both of them on yellow. You had them. If he had to draw up where he wanted them, he'd draw that up.
Yeah.
Romero, Martinez on a yellow.
And even the two goals that we conceded were both so avoidable as well. Like Pickford should do better with that.
I'm not just being biased.
I mean, they could have scored 5 there.
True, but then even when Messi puts in that cross, there's 5 much taller defenders around.
It was a perfect cross.
I think John Stones may have gotten injured on one of the earlier crosses.
Yeah.
He did.
And I don't think he was normal after that.
But what Tuchel should have also done is when you put in whoever you put on, say, all right, you're sticking on Messi, forget about anyone else. Like Messi was given way too much time out on that
100%.
And you can say to Nico O'Reilly, be like, just stick on him. Don't even think about anyone else. Don't think about Paredes or Fernandes or whoever, because it's all going to go through, or it was all going through Messi. So just man mark him, put 2 players on him.
The first goal, that's on Anderson, right? Coming over,
100%.
Because if you look at it, Spence is right there. Kane is kind of backing him up.
Yeah.
So Spence could have let him kind of go. He had coverage there. I don't think Anderson needed to run over like he did.
And also Fernandes just had 2 shots. He just had 2 shots.
He was dialing it up.
That's Addison's game is a pressing monster, and that was what he did. And but we should have been covered in the other position, or someone should have said you don't need to press him there then. But
you can't leave that lad in the way he was hitting the ball. Even in the first half, he had the best chance of the first half, and that shot that just went over the post, he was looking to shoot, and they baited him. Messi was bait, and Anderson gobbled it up, and then Jed goes. If Jed Spence gets stood on by Messi and stays the fuck down, instead of hobbling up, and then trying to block a cross with one leg. And then
at first, I thought it was a cramp. At first, I thought he went in there.
But regardless of that, it's still you think about the Egypt game that got pulled back all the way back, and it still should have been looked at, regardless of.
Listen, we're talking about all these very if any manager worth their salt had the opportunity to close out the last 10 minutes of that game, I am confident with the resources they have from a team, score, one-up perspective, the bookings that the team had, a lot of people will be able to do a much better job. But he said if he given the chance again, he'd do the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the most worrying thing.
Yeah. I almost think, obviously the Mexico game was an amazing moment for England, but I think Kwanzaa getting that red card and him going to that, 5 at the back, and how everyone loved it. And I think obviously everyone ate it up. They Dan Burn clips and everything.
Yeah.
I think that happening actually fucked you guys in the semifinals, because he's like, all right, I'm just going to run that play again.
Yeah.
It worked the first time. But then you got Messi crossing it in instead of the Mexico guys. It's the quality there is completely different. And I just feel like that was something that you look back and it's like, ooh, man, I know that was a great moment in Mexico, but if Kwanzaa doesn't get that red card and you guys play that game normal, does he actually
is the momentum behind the 5 at the back? Yeah. It was a weird move, and you know I'm going to give them a bit more credit. That second goal, that cross was inch perfect.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he fouled him
and the
before.
right foot too.
Yeah, I'm saying the cross, just in isolation, the cross game was absolutely perfect. It was the height, the pace, everything on it was class.
I was in the bathroom for that second goal.
Were you really?
What?
Yeah.
You went to the toilet in the stadium?
Were you throwing up?
So when we conceded the equalizer, so in the 85th minute, I was like, all right, like I'm gonna go to the toilet.
This
so
is
that
a development.
I haven't
be
heard
back
this.
for extra time. So
Oh my God.
Actually, like me, like three of us went, like me, Jacko, and Rob.
You
all went
can't
to
go to the bathroom at that point.
All went to the toilet, and then they scored. And then they scored that their winner in injury time while I was in the bathroom.
Oh my God. What was that roar like?
It
I
was
mean, you
sick.
definitely heard it and you're like, oh my God. That's
Yeah,
not
the
us.
Did the porcelain wobble out?
Oh, it was horrible. And then you come out and you just like
You can't go to the bathroom in that situation. You gotta wait you gotta wait till extra time.
You know better than that.
You gotta wait.
Yeah. Well,
That's
you know what?
unbelievable.
Well, we just conceded.
Were you talking about like were you about to piss yourself?
Well, it was just like let's have a reset. Let's like get back extra time, and then
I don't like this one bit.
It's first time I've heard this.
It's a development.
It was horrible. And then you have to go back up, like walking back up to the seat. Oh, that was horrible.
I mean, does it make it just this much worse because it's Argentina too? It's clearly there's a big rivalry. Like you guys do not like each other, and now the rivalry's even more.
Oh, now more than ever. I wasn't even the last. Now I'm last.
How about Enzo Fernandez? Let's get to him real quick because
horrible.
No better man could get that red card and ruin it for his country than Enzo Fernandez did yesterday. I was so happy because he was getting lauded like this hero, and obviously that was a great goal that he had. But his comment after the game about my maids and the people that cook me food are English, like, that was him making a statement like, oh yeah, I've got English people that clean up my shit and cook my food.
He posted the Wonderwall video. Of him, like laughing, like it's like all this is just like, all right, good. You've now got to go back and live in England and know what you. Yeah, like
if he'd lost, it would have been enough. The fact that he got sent off.
Yeah, he is gonna get so much stick in every away ground.
They've got
maybe even at home too.
They'll sell him.
Yeah, they definitely will. Well, I can see him going to like an Atletico Madrid or something like that.
Yeah,
Real want him, don't they? But then maybe like partly that's why he would, because he wants out, obviously. But like maybe like he's just like, you know what?
That may also be part of the Rodgers thing too. Like they may be thinking, all right, we're gonna have some.
They're trying to get Rodgers and Xhaka. So that's who they
Rodgers is done, isn't it?
Rodgers is done, signed, sealed, delivered.
117.
That's a lot of money for him.
The lad, the way like 100 mil is like just a number we don't react to now. No, it's just fucking insane.
That's when Enzo Fernandez is going for over 100 mil. Like, what do you think some of these guys are going to go for?
Villa best spend this fucking money, man. They've sold some players and just gone, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Tillerman's gone.
Yeah, but that Monzambi that they hijacked from Newcastle, he's a player. He got injured in the tournament, but that is a great signing for them.
Is he sent to mid?
No, he's kind of like I'd say he kind of plays like a Jude type role.
Okay.
Like kind of like like a 10 probably.
Yeah.
So that's the Rodgers replacement right there. Mm-hmm. But listen, I think one thing that that little fucking ginger rat running on the fucking field. I love Jude even more now. Jude, I think him and Holland, I think won the tournament. Like just their brand and like just how people perceive them now. I love that Jude fucking slapped that little rat kid in the fucking head. Kid didn't even play a fucking minute probably the entire tournament. Oh yeah. Running on the field, getting in Gahey's face, and Romero too. After the fucking first goal, he had frightened Pickford's face.
I didn't realize until after the game.
In the bathroom, dude.
He ran on the pitch. He ran on the pitch after the first goal. It wasn't the second goal. It was the first goal. Like in the 85th minute, he's running on the pitch.
Stay in your fucking seat, lad. Stay in your seat.
What?
Stay in your seat.
Should've.
That's the most expensive piss ever.
Yeah. That's the gods there telling you something too. Like, oh yeah, you want to leave your seat? Let me show you a little messy right foot. But yeah, that little ginger kid, get the fuck out of here. Whoever the fuck you are, man.
The only player that left the Argentina team with any grace was Messi.
No.
I think so.
Did you see the shit that he tried to pull yesterday with Cucurella?
Yeah, but like I'm not saying
that makes him look bad, man. He's trying to fucking, and that's before they even got that Fernandez even got a red card. The guy went and scratched his mouth like that, and he's like, "Oh, referee, he put his hand over his mouth." Like I don't like, man. That's you're gonna have fucking little kids doing that shit all over the place now.
He went round and shook the hand of every Spain player at the end.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
His teammates are decking people on the floor behind him.
Days. Fuck that guy.
He's a mental case.
Yeah, and you know what? He did the same nonsense in the last World Cup, and you know who took care of him? Van Dijk came over and gave him a fucking shove to the back, and he went flying. And then he turned around to do something, and he looked up like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, there's a mountain above me.
I think if it was any other team than Spain, I don't think Messi does that though. I think Messi knows that he's gonna, he probably still has houses in Spain or whatever. He feels more Spanish than does Argentina sometimes.
Why?
He's been there since he was 10 years old.
No, I'm sorry. I'm saying he hasn't got a reputation for being a player that is disrespectful. Like he's competitive and he'll dive. Like,
but I don't think he would have shaken the hand of every player after losing the final if it's not Spain.
Did you see they didn't speak to any media after either? They didn't make one player available. Not one player spoke to the media after the game from Argentina. They are the biggest sore losers I've ever seen in my life.
They've come out this tournament looking so bad.
Everyone hates England. Everyone. But no one wanted Argentina to beat us.
Yeah.
Very few people. Probably the Irish, the Scottish, and the Welsh. But outside of that, there was very few people.
I'd say probably the Americans probably were.
Yeah, you and Needland, sure.
I think with no, I'm just talking about. I think like with Messi being in the MLS and like.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think they were rooting for big names. Like the Americans love themselves some Mbappe, they love themselves some Haaland, they love themselves some Messi.
Yeah,
they love themselves some
FIFA fandom.
Yeah,
right. Who'd you play?
We were sat at the semi, and there was a guy next to us in our seats. And he was American, and he was wearing an England jersey. We're like, so we're chatting to him the whole game. When Argentina scored the winner, he took off his England jersey. There was an Argentina jersey underneath.
Nah, you fucking hate to see that.
I mean,
can never lose. He was well prepared.
Was he sitting by himself?
No, I think he had someone next to him. I mean,
that sounds like a loser.
Yeah, it was. Come on, we were like, come on, dude, like, come on. Like, he's been cheering with us when we've been scoring, and like now it's like. Ah.
So I got a question for you guys. Looking towards the future, I think obviously you saw Harry Kane, great tournament. Probably will still be there in the Euros.
Yeah,
but next World Cup, he probably won't be a part of that team. I think you almost got to rethink how you do things. Like you watch in Argentina, a lot of these teams like don't even really play with like a real 9. I feel like you got to just make Jude your main man up front. That opens up Rodgers to be able to play in that 10 or Cole Palmer if he gets his shit together. I think you got to just build around Jude and just he's the main man up front. Save his energy, conserve him. He's just such a threat offensively.
There's talk of Gordon. There's talk of Gordon playing through the middle when Kane eventually, and then having like either Rodgers or Palmer out left.
But it's okay to have a workhorse up top. Like you'd obviously have rather a finisher, but there's enough goals in the England team, as proven against fucking France, that you don't need a striker to be dependent on to score. They don't have to. They just have to.
Ivan Toney had 7 offsides in that game.
Yeah, he's just playing because he's playing in a shit league. It's fucking. He's not Watkins, right? Watkins is a pest.
Yes,
and if he gets 30. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like,
hypothetically,
there is. Me and I was speaking about this the other day. Again, there is no next Kane, right? No one's coming. Right?
Look at the options. It's scary, actually. That's why that's what made me think of this. I saw a graphic online.
Yeah,
and they had like Liam Delap as like the highest paid.
That's.
But this is the thing. We're talking about something in 4 years' time. Like,
well, I mean, what about 2 years? The Euros.
But Kane has to be playing the Euros. Like,
yeah, but even at that point, he's not going to be able to play the same minutes. Like, you're not going to win it.
But
like,
what I'm saying is, like, you've got like at the last Euros, Yamal was playing when he was 16 years old. We don't like. There's probably someone who's 10 or 12 or 13. Like that.
Yeah, they'll get left at home.
You know,
you had Rio. That kid. I mean,
Rio.
He would have been a nice little option if Saka wasn't getting his shit together. Madueke was a 0 this tournament.
True. You're going to have some of these players that are going to burst onto the scene in the next couple of years. I think, like, you know, you got Rio, you got Max Dalman, you got, you know, but I wouldn't want to see Bellingham play as the number 9.
The top, no.
But
I'd rather.
You don't even need to have him be like a 9. Like, he could just play like. Some of these teams don't. I mean, when Spain won the World Cup, they didn't play with a guy up front. They just played with a bunch of midfielders. Figured it out.
I think you need some point of contact up there, personally. And, you know, you could argue that Haaland, who's a freak, is bringing that target man, the man back in a ticky-tacky world. There's a big dude that can still fuck things up there. They don't even have to be particularly good.
Not against England, though.
So put him in fucking Dan Bain's back pocket, am I right? You didn't have to be set the world alight. You just have to have a point of focus. I think you're restricting Jude's impact by leaving him up there. Personally, I do. But like, it is.
You look
Jude's
at the
team.
options, though.
Right now, I'm agreeing with you. I'm nodding along. I'm saying, listen, I hear you, Wiz. You've been heard. I feel your pain. I have that pain. There's no solution right now. But whoever's there doesn't have to be a world beater, is what I'm saying. It's Jude's team, and the wingers around him are young. Saka's a kid still. Palmer's young. Anthony Gordon's not old. Young. Yeah, he's young. What is he, 26, 27?
I don't think he's that old.
Who?
Gordon, Anthony Gordon.
Gordon's younger than that. Gordon's like 23.
25. 25.
Anyway, like let's you know, we can see how he gets on at Barcelona. That might elevate him to the next level, which you would imagine. And if
he had himself a great tournament.
Yeah,
he started off really slow, but when he got back in there when the games mattered, he played fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I think this Barcelona move will be really good for him and for us. You look at how Jude played in Madrid. Yeah, Jude, Kane. I would love Trent to be put into this team in some capacity. I don't think he will. Because
you would have liked him doing some of those crosses instead of Ezri Konsa at the end of that extra time against. Oh my God, he had a couple crosses that were, I think, they were 2 feet off the ground.
Yeah,
that was hard. That was hard to watch. And on that point, we still had them penned back. The mindset hadn't changed. It was still pressure.
You had Dan Burn playing a 9.
Yeah.
I just think like when Livramento went home and then he called it Trevor Chalobah and then he gave him like 2 minutes in the third place game just to be like, here you go, here's your minutes. But like you think about, you could have brought in Gibbs White or Cole Palmer or Foden, all of these players that we said we understand why they've been left at home. But then there was points during that Argentina game when you just needed players, technical players who could retain the ball, and
or an Adam Wharton would have been,
yeah. And that's what Wharton I would have loved to have seen. Kobe Mainoo didn't even play a minute.
Yeah. Oh, and he looked pissed too.
So it's like,
why did Declan Rice play? Why did Declan Rice play every minute of that third place game?
No idea. He's had like
Mainoo was injured for that game.
He was. Okay.
Was he
for the third place game? He was. He pulled his hamstring.
I was going to say because I think obviously Declan Rice had that nice goal, but I think that he looked really good in that game. I think Graham Souness's comments, saying he should be a center back, probably got to him.
Just absolutely. He's clickbait Sooners. That's why he's on whatever channel he's on now. But he had this shot at Sky and he shit the bed and he's been put on the bench. But no, listen, it's going back to your question about 20 minutes ago about the future. I have no faith in him doing anything at the Euros right now, because the problem he came in to solve, not only did he not solve it, he made it worse.
This was the best shot that we would have had in.
Not to mention Spain's not going to get worse.
Yeah,
exactly. We would have. I don't think that we would have beaten Spain in the final, but I think we would have actually played We would have actually played football and had a go at them.
Yes,
so
it would have been a significantly better game.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think we would have had a shot, for the 117th minute. But I think it would have been, for the neutral, a much more enjoyable final, seeing us actually try to play
the game.
Yeah,
play the game.
So it's obviously it's gutting, it's disappointing. I think we'll be there or thereabouts for the Euros. Be interesting to see what happens for the next World Cup. Long way off. I think I would be surprised if Tuchel's there at the next World Cup, personally.
You're backing him 100% for the Euros, are you?
I just saw today that Italy are going after Pep. And I think
you're gonna have to go against Pep, Klopp, and Zidane.
I think if we had a shot of getting Pep, that's who you pivot to. But other than that, who are you going to give it to?
Eddie Howe.
Exactly.
Sam fucking Allardyce, get him back.
But that's the thing. Right now. My confidence in Tuchel, like you, has diminished dramatically. But unless you can get Pep lined up, which according to the reports, the FA thought that he was going to take over in 2024, and then he stayed at City. So he thought about it once, and maybe behind the scenes they're saying, "All right, if you're going to go for Italy, just come back, take us. We're a much better."
Italy may not make the tournament.
Well, that's the thing. But if you were Pep, who would you rather take over? Like England or Italy?
He's been living here for a while, though.
He's already worked with a lot of these guys too.
Yeah.
And also just it's not every day. Like when you're in club football, it's every day, even off season. I think with this, like you kind of it's a little bit of better quality of life. And I think that's what Pep's looking for, is like, holy shit, I've been doing this for a while at the club level. And I think some of these guys want to be on that national stage. Like, it's a massive
better lifestyle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I think we'd be a bigger pull for Pep than Italy.
Oh, 100%.
And I agree with what you're saying. He's been living here a while, but then he could live wherever he wants while being.
Just look at Jude. I would even just him solo, but I mean, for you guys, I think, who was your biggest disappointment on England this tournament? We'll go through a couple categories here for you guys.
Saka.
Biggest, the right wing, Saka not being trusted or not being fit, and us at the backup being Madueke. I think that's
England's right side. That's it. There was no solid contingency for that, and you could say it's a bit unlucky. But I don't think it's unlucky.
It's not someone you can rely on.
But even Livermento's been out as well. Livermento's been out all the time. Yeah. So I'd say that was the biggest disappointment for me, outside of Tommy Tuchel's closeout mentality.
Yeah.
So,
what was your guys' biggest surprise player?
Jed Spence.
I think. Jed Spence. So on the disappointment thing, Harry Kane was invisible the last two games. So I think that's something that has to be acknowledged.
It's also starting to become a thing too, because he's in these finals and in these semifinals, he's kind of a no-show.
Yeah. So is he the James Harden of the international stage?
Well, I think for me, what happens?
Where's this? That one sank.
What happens with Kane is that we flog him so much during the tournament that when it gets to the quarter, the semi, he's
He's goosed.
absolutely cooked. And like instead of resting him in the early rounds or taking him off and giving him breaks, or we don't, and then it really bites us in the ass when it comes to the.
We don't get to the semis without him, but
No.
he went missing against Norway and Argentina.
The game that we watched against Congo, he
pulled it from the death,
and dragged us through, and that would have been a ridiculous exit against, in their.
But he does it against the Congos. He does it against.
Yep.
You need him against the Argentinas. You need him against the Frances. You need him against the Spains. Like that's where you need Harry Kane.
Yep.
Yeah, against Mexico, I thought he was good against Mexico, but then Mexico and Norway was the Bellingham show more than the Kane show.
Yeah, I think another guy too that I'm just thinking about the disappointment thing a little bit. I know, and he's still very young, but I thought Nico O'Reilly didn't look great this tournament.
I disagree.
He was fine, but he was.
I don't think he didn't set the world light. Didn't play like the Man City Nico O'Reilly.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was the best young player in the Premier League last season.
Yeah.
I think as a defensive unit, I think Man City can carry a player like him, whereas we were a little shaky across the board, and probably didn't allow him to.
I just think with some of these athletic wingers, he's so tall, and I just feel like sometimes it's like watching Jake O'Brien out there sometimes a little bit,
You take Jake's name out of your mouth. Like Jake, Mr. O'Brien, he's not playing in his natural position.
Yeah.
He's not a left back. So they're trying to teach him to defend, right? And so he's a kid. He's played in that position for the first time for a season, and all of a sudden he's boxing out Messi, it's not his natural position. And we brushed over Al's point. Jed Spence against Congo looked like a guy that wanted to be anywhere else in the world other than on the pitch. He was terrified of the ball coming to him. But you watched that lad against France.
Yeah.
Or Argentina.
Right. He was a beast.
Yeah. Or the Norway game too. Was
Everton had a shot for them, but we're not going to get him now.
I know you laughed that off when I sent it. I think you told me to go fuck myself.
Probably, yep.
We're not getting him now. How much do you think he's going for now?
How old he was?
25.
That's your answer to everything.
Right. If you think about it, he probably would go for about 27 now, right? If he was going to go for $8 million, that's probably his value's probably gone up significantly since this tournament. He's 25 years old, about to turn 26 in August. What just happened? Did I miss something?
No, I was giving Al shit that he just throws 25 out there for every guess of an age.
Listen, Everton's they're still BBC. Everton transfer rumors, Toffee's eye, Tottenham Spence, but I should have gotten that business done a little earlier, though.
Well,
between Everton or Inter Milan.
Inter Milan. Any update from Milan? He can play left and right clearly. We're going to have to pay at least 25 million for a fullback now. And is Everton in a position that we've got 25 million for fullback money?
Nope.
When you can get a lovely Wan-Bissaka for a clean 11 mil.
I would be going
that's business.
I think he'd fit into Villa nicely, Jed Spence.
Yeah, and I think they have an opening now with Luka Dean going to PSG, which that guy was a liability against Spain.
His stock's high. He can go, could he go? I could see him playing for Chelsea. He could go anywhere, really, right? He looked phenomenal.
For Spurs, it's time for them to. They don't really need him. They just signed Robertson, and they got.
I'm not getting rid of him. Them.
I would almost keep him. And Robertson's the backup.
Play Robertson. It's sound. He's 25. Al knew. He's got a lot of miles left on the clock, and they're both a little bit injury prone. So just swap him in and out, left or right. Yeah. They'd be insane to sell him now. The only reason is if they need the money for the fact that they spent $1 billion on 2 centre midfielders. I am going to do something very controversial, Al, for the start of the season.
What's that?
I'm putting $50 on Tottenham to win the league.
Wow.
What?
I don't see that, but good luck.
$50.
First of all, we were chatting and you didn't think it was crazy last night. Now
I did think it was crazy.
No,
I did think it was crazy.
No, you didn't. You said you do go off with me. So now you're chatting shit. You're sitting there with your fucking glass of water.
That was the.
Hey,
that was
when the
I was just trying to make you feel better. All right. Yeah.
What are the odds?
What we didn't even look at it because Mingebag here wouldn't have a look at me. He wouldn't speak to his VIP guy because you can't see yet. When the jello was flowing,
Wait, they don't have odds yet.
$50.
I mean, I think I was just so drunk I didn't even want to look.
It was 20. Makes more sense. It was 25 apiece last night. We shook on it.
Wow. I don't remember this.
You want to do Blood Brothers? You cut your hand. I was like, whoa.
No, you cut your hand making my burger.
I actually did cut my hand.
How's that feeling today? Did you get your cry out yet?
No, bro. Stitches.
Good burger though. That was good.
Well, I did. But
it was a nice day. We had ourselves a good time there. I mean, listen.
We did.
Now we did watch it in Telemundo, and Anthony keeps on asking for them to turn the volume up. I'm like,
for the atmosphere.
For what? For you to understand? And then
why were you watching on Telemundo?
Well, there was
we were playing an away game. Let's just say. The Spain fans had the setup there. It was their game. We were there watching their game. But this one guy though, every single time Cucurella touched the ball, he goes, "Oh no, Cuckoo!" Every single time, "No, Cuckoo!"
Yeah, there was some influences there as well, and they set up this. I was sitting there going, "These lads are going for it," and then Wes was just admiring the equipment. They got the stand-up pod. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. HD. Yeah.
Is this the same area that we watched the Mexico game at?
Yeah.
All right, I've got some Premier League. Wow. Tottenham has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 best odds. Tottenham's at plus 2,100. I would never put anything on that. They finished in 17th place back-to-back seasons.
They've got a completely different team.
Yeah, they're probably gonna need some time to mesh.
I wish I recorded this conversation last night because you were drinking that.
Now Newcastle, on the other hand, plus 8,000. Now that's value. What's Everton?
You've got no fucking players.
You're at plus 25,000.
Well, that's rude.
You have the same odds as
West Brom. You're not gonna put 50 on that.
You know what's a crazy
transfer
one?
market?
You know what's a crazy one actually? Nottingham Forest plus 50,000
to win the league.
I know, but like 2 years ago they were like right there. I mean, they weren't going to win the league, but like they were that close to the Champions League. Like, I guess losing Elliot Anderson's probably a big loss.
Yeah,
But Glasner's a great manager.
How many leagues?
That's the best player.
Well, he's won a few trophies. How many you won in the last decade?
Don't because you won that Mickey Mouse shite. Don't be going at me.
What? You should be thanking us. We stole another trophy from Liverpool.
What did you win? The
Carabao Cup, the League Cup.
Yeah, big cup that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even watch that if Everton were in the final. I wouldn't even give it the respect of my eyes.
You'd be at fucking Wembley just. Al would be pissing.
with the same little cushion on his lap.
How about Burrow getting 35 mil in that Rodgers deal? That's good business. You think Newcastle would have saw that and be like, maybe we should have put something on Anderson.
No, they didn't put anything on him. No sign clause at all.
None.
That's mental. That's mental.
I think we did put one on Gordon though, so that should hopefully lead to something.
That's his move.
Yeah,
but Barcelona though, they're always looking for the next best thing. They've been trying to get Nico Williams for fucking 10 years, but he doesn't want to leave. I think he's at Athletic Bilbao, where guys kind of like play there forever, and eventually he's going to get to a point where him and Yamal are just so close. And obviously, you look at the Spanish roster; it's basically Barcelona's roster. Those guys are definitely in his ear, and once that happens, Gordon will be gone. Be just like Rashford. Come in, have your little spell.
I think they'll still keep him. Before we get too into the Prem, World Cup as a whole, the biggest win for me was the additional game, the additional round of 32.
Give us 64.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that was so cool to see, have these teams that you didn't really know or would never ever really get a shot to have a
Cape
shot.
Verde.
And be like shit like that, lads. If that game isn't there, they're not getting through. I thought that was, and it made the group stages more interesting. Like we only really heard about it because of the Scotland stuff, but like you were seeing all this thing. I don't pretend to understand it, but you were seeing like people's stock go up and down, and who had a chance, who didn't have. It made it relevant. I thought it was a really cool addition to.
But like, we got some good games in the round of 32 as well.
Yeah,
agreed,
100%.
And I think like their suggestion or their want to go to 64 teams means that round of 32 will still be there, but it will only be the top 2 from each group. So basically, you're going to get 4 more groups, and then the top 2 of each group go through.
Yeah, I was joking. We don't need to go to 64, but I do think we should keep this number.
They will. They will go to 64 because then it will just be like the whole third place qualifiers will go out the window, and it's just like 4 more groups, and the top 2 teams of each group go through.
I like that. It made a lot of the group games a lot more relevant for longer.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is like with 64 teams, you get rid of half of them in the group stage. You go to round 32, then you go to round 16. So like
that's good math you got going on there.
The round of 32 is here to stay. But what I'm saying is like what happens with like the reason that like some of these.
I know what you're saying. I just don't agree. I just don't. You keep making the same point, and it just
if you divide it by 2,
it
goes from 32 to 16. You divide by 2, it goes down to 8.
One game. All they have to do is win one game, and then they're through to the next round. I think with like if it's just the
but
top
then you
2
lose
teams,
the thing I'm talking about, right? Where you're like you got to a scenario with some of the games.
Why do you want the shit teams to go through to the next round?
Well, first of all, as a West Brom fan, you should have more respect for struggling teams.
Yeah,
and it's not even
can't qualify for the World Cup.
Well, hey, we'll see. They're changing a lot of stuff right now. The Republic of West Brom, it made the group stages more relevant. You find yourself watching games that mean in a traditional World Cup, fuck all, because the top 2 have already been cemented. But that third place ambiguity all of a sudden made that game relevant, and so. It gives you more intrigue, I felt, in the group stages. Then you do give these Cape Verdes of the world, these like Cinderella stories, more time to get more, opportunity. And it was just we're going for entertainment. I think that's where the entertainment went. I think when you take it away, just the top 2, then that's usually decided fairly quickly sometimes. So I like keeping the group the group stage, keeping alive for longer was one of the best things. The actual round of 32 to me was like whatever. It's like any knockout scenario. Don't give a shit about that. It prolonged the group stage.
We got like a Brazil-Norway. That was awesome.
Yeah, sound cool as fuck.
Wasn't that like round 16?
No. Maybe actually.
It was because we played them in the quarter.
Yeah, who was a big round of 32, but it was a knockout.
Wasn't it Morocco? Morocco versus somebody was
Holland or someone.
1 sec.
Get the fingers.
We played the Congo.
I know. Sit next to you.
I think that was
round of 32. We got Netherlands. Morocco was a good game. That went to pens. Germany, Paraguay. That was a wild one.
Boss.
Belgium, Senegal. That comeback by Belgium was crazy. Obviously, USA. Portugal, Croatia. Good game. Brazil, Japan. That was it. That was actually that was a fun one.
Yeah.
Norway, Ivory Coast was a good game.
That's it. Ivory Coast. Yeah.
You guys versus, DR Congo ended up being a pretty solid game to watch. Egypt, Australia. Yeah. Cape Verde, Argentina was a wild one too. That went to extra time. Like,
I was thinking yesterday, like on reflecting on like us going out to Argentina and the fact that Cape Verde gave them a scare, and then Egypt should have beaten them, and then they were seconds away from going to penalties against the Swiss.
Egypt.
But like And at every point, I was like, you know what? I don't mind. I'd quite like to face Argentina. And then when we actually faced Argentina, I was like, I would rather played Egypt.
You were saying that to yourself in the bathroom, like, damn it, could have been Egypt.
Yeah.
Love how it changed that quickly. Oh man, shit. I wish we weren't playing Messi right now.
Yeah. Right after you put that ball
I wish I was playing Omar Marmouche right now.
I was in the bathroom and I was like,
why am I playing Messi right now? I shouldn't be playing Messi. Why did I ask for this?
Al sitting in a stall, sitting down, looking on Twitter going, do you know what? Egypt could have been the call here.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Got that one wrong. Really could be using some Egypt right now.
Why is the stadium shaking?
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, man. They were fucking loud. They booed your national anthem.
Pricks.
I bet there would have been more English than Egyptians or Swiss. We were outnumbered.
Oh man. Hey, listen, you gave it all. You gave it all. You gave your bank account. He
did. Alex, he risked his marriage. He had to reintroduce his kid to his.
Seriously,
genuinely
coming back from space.
I've been scared to log into my credit card.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Don't do it. Not too soon.
Auto pay for the next 6 months.
Seriously.
Yeah. So no, my round. I reckon the round of 32 edition was the best thing that happened to it. Anything of note from you lads? Obviously, the hydration breaks can suck a dick.
Yeah, I think those are a bit.
I
ridiculous.
like the hydration breaks personally.
Oh, Alexander, why?
One thing I will say from like a bar viewing perspective, being able to go to the toilet is like if you're on the beers, like we need hydration breaks ourselves.
Momentum, the game.
I think it's more the tactical.
Yeah,
like them being able to make changes like that mid game.
The hydration break helped us against Mexico. Big time.
I'm not saying if you're in a scenario where it's altitude or temperature, but they shouldn't be mandatory.
No,
they shouldn't be like you need hydration
when you're in an aircon stadium.
yeah, exactly.
But you have to have it even for everyone. You can't just do no hydration breaks in the aircon stadiums and then the ones outdoors.
It should be over a certain temperature.
Yes,
that's when you need the hydration breaks, which is what happens typically in Champions League or
not in America. Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, I think it was everyone bitched about the World Cup going into it, and once the game started, it's a World Cup. And I thought the USA did a great job hosting it. Listen, there's going to be some small things here and there that piss people off, but you're never going to make every country happy. You're never going to make every fan happy. But I'm very glad that I didn't watch 1 second of that halftime show, but I heard it was terrible.
There's so much negativity around now about everything. And then when you strip it back to just people being people, because America's got the capacity to allow people to come in the right way and like get involved and travel around. And once you're in America, like some of the atmosphere and some of the like positivity that's coming from these cultures coming together has been unbelievable. I can't remember personally the last time a tournament, I'm talking like Olympics, Winter Olympics, fucking Euros, all this stuff, where there's been so much like positive amalgamation. And there isn't away ends. There isn't like in other countries there's away ends.
That's the thing. Everyone
just comes together.
Everyone's drinking. You know, you can drink as much as you want in the American stadiums. Everyone was drinking, before the game, after the game. And of all the games I went to, I didn't see any trouble at all. Even the Argentina-England game, like we were surrounded, but like it didn't really get aggy in terms of like you were worried.
Honestly, in other countries, there's going to be issues. There was fights in London with Argentina fans, and there wasn't in Atlanta.
Well, that's the thing. Like you put football in England, there's always going to be trouble, and I guarantee there's going to be trouble at the Euros when it's in England at England games because you get the dickheads that come out to those.
And also, your police don't fuck about either. Your cops.
Oh yeah. Like it's a little bit different ball game here. Also, obviously, with some of the pre-tourney immigration stuff going on, I think some of the South Americans were on their best behavior. I think they were, didn't want to get booted and, put it in just crazy. So, yeah, I think it's one of those things where
there was a lot of positives.
Yeah.
Like DT getting involved with the red cards was stupid.
Yeah.
But outside of that, of that and the hydration when he tried to celebrate with them, lad.
Yeah.
Did you see Marino do the dance? Because like Trump kind of gave Trump gave a little shimmy like this, and Marino was dying. He was just like. I think at that point it's like whatever. We won. Like nothing's gonna take. Like, but yeah, get off the stage, dude.
Rodri kept trying to do that. Rodri was just like,
come on.
Okay,
Infantino
bro.
like ran on and got him. Like,
yeah. But he's at the end and he's there like that. But he doesn't give a fuck. He's there going, "We did it. We did it." Like,
España. Vamos.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, listen, amazing
lots
tournament.
Lots of positive vibes.
Kind of like the Euros, the team that played just kind of deserved to win it, won it. And that's scary because that team is going to be a pain in your guys' fucking ass for the next how many tournaments. But Spain is a problem.
Yeah, they're just getting revved up, aren't they?
Yeah, and these guys are just. I mean, I sent you guys that thing before where it's like next World Cup. Lamine Yamal will be 23 years old. Like, this guy's already won a World Cup, Euros. He's won 3 La Liga titles. Like, he's 19.
How old you be then now?
Me?
47?
2030? I don't know. I have to work it out. Give me a calculator.
Not only that, they have that Cubarsi who's a center back, 19 years old. Like,
42.
Oh. 4 years.
Wow, that is some pretty easy math there, man.
Jesus
What's going on?
Christ, lads. What the fuck?
All right. We've hit the hour mark. That may be.
You crunch numbers for a living.
He's got to go lay on that couch with his little like buddy there.
How much is house up for sale for? 2 4. Oh, I'll take it then.
Yeah. What anything else from the Prem that you guys have seen? I mean, obviously the Rodgers news was pretty big. Newcastle doesn't have a team. I haven't seen really too much else.
I saw John Stones might go to Arsenal.
Really? Now that may be because Saliba just had back surgery.
Saliba
is out 5 months.
Might be out for 5 months. So
that's a short term.
Arteta knew him at Man City.
Ooh, that kind of makes sense.
And Everton.
Oh yeah, shit. They played together at Everton. Yeah.
That kind of makes a lot of sense. And honestly, if you're a John Stones, it's like, hey, this is another chance to win some more trophies. Like,
well, it just keeps you relevant a little bit, doesn't it? Because his next team's going to be
like really like. I mean, they've been big rivals throughout the last few seasons here, though. That's a pretty big.
Yeah, but
I think like
you go on a free transfer. You go on a free transfer. It's like you can sign for anyone. And
so who the baggy signing?
No, don't bring it down.
Don't worry about it.
Don't bring it conversation. Go on, who you sign? Give him 2 minutes, and I'm going to bed.
I don't know.
Don't even know how old you're going to be in 4 years, you mink.
No, we've made a couple of signings. We just released a few players, and we're going to sort of sign some wingers, but I haven't seen any solid links yet.
You've been in England mode, haven't you, Al? You've been in full mode.
It honestly, as much as I love the Baggies, it's depressing me. I'm listening to a West Brom podcast. I turned it on. I was like, this is depressing. I was listening. I was all dialed in on Rice and Bellingham and Cannon. I'm listening. Now I'm listening to people talk about fucking
Jed Wallace.
Oh no, he's gone to Bristol City. Fucking.
You knew that. Oh, I know I posted on our thing, but Kevin Keegan passing away. That was pretty.
R.I.P. Kev.
Legend.
Kev. Yeah.
Legend.
Newcastle legend. England legend.
Liverpool
Hamburg legend.
Yeah.
He won 2 Ballon d'Ors.
He did so much for the game, man. Fucking hell.
Genuinely
like that guy.
lovely guy.
Yeah. Like he did.
That's
so much.
You know what? All this England chat when we were talking about like, Tuchel being like, I don't regret anything. Kevin Keegan, when he came out and was like, yeah, I can't take this team any further. This is beyond me. And just so honest and pure, and just was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm like, I can't do this, when he was England manager. And what a legend. Like Keggy was true star of the game.
Yeah, he was. R.I.P. But no, there was nice things said about him today, and the World Cup has been a blast, boys. It's been in your company, phenomenal. Traveling around, the Mullies days, the crack, the chatter in the group, the bets. It's all been absolutely phenomenal. So
it's
long may
just
it continue.
It's just so fun, and we say this every tournament in which we lucky enough to get to watch tournaments together every 2 years. It's like watching for supporting the same team as like your best mates there's no better feeling. And we're lucky that we get to do that together. And we went a decent way this time. We had some incredible days and moments and memories. So
on to the next one.
Hey,
and then it's all Prem. Next episode, we're going to do our predictions. I'm start digging into those transfers. I want Wiz to get in the lab. I want these pre-Premier League predictions. And
do you know they're going to have a 19-day international break?
When?
That makes me sad.
There's going to be a 19-day international break with 4 games played this fall.
What's that about?
Or we can get together. We can Nations League. We might win it.
Load of my ass.
Hey, if we're in the final,
don't get me annoyed. We're ending on a nice note. Don't get me annoyed.
This guy's talking Nations League.
Don't.
But I think that's also probably like why they're keeping Tuchel as well. Is like, they probably want to have a little. They probably feel like, okay, we've got some momentum. I just think the like best finish ever thing is kind of just nonsense. Like.
Now you're annoying me again. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it gave him something that he can say, and I hate it. It gave him an out. It's defended his opinion and his stance and his tactics when he's pretending like the lads still want to play for him. They weren't. They were playing in a glorified friendly.
There's no, like, if
that's the only thing. That's the only thing. There's nobody else.
Right. I agree with you. He absolutely shit the bed with his tactics in the semi, but he got us to the semi. And
Jurgen Klopp would be a phenomenal England manager.
Oh yeah, but he's going to be the Germany manager.
I'm just saying. Just a really pointless hypothetical. I'm throwing out there.
Look, I don't. I'll tell you who I would like at some point.
You say Graham Potter, I'm going to run out the door.
No, I don't think it'll be now, but after the Euros, maybe.
Use your words.
Frank Lampard.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
I think he'll be excellent.
Let's see how he does in the Prem this year.
Yeah.
I think
Frankie shits the bed.
No, Frank Lampard would be a wonderful England manager.
And that's the podcast. Wait, I don't even know if he actually left or if it's just. I think he may have just like thrown his computer on the ground.
It's still recording.
I hope so. He's the one who's got to upload this, right?
So what do we do?
Well, that is a great Monday Night Footy pod. I'm assuming Anthony left.
He just texted us.
What did he say? My laptop legit just died. Oh, no. Wait. I think we may need to stay on, right? To save the art.
No, we got to stay on, and then he's got to rejoin us.
Yeah, but he doesn't have his fucking charger with him, I bet. Then he's going to have to go upstairs, and he's going to have to get Susan. We're still recording all this. Wait, I think I have some access to Wait, I think it may allow me to save it.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Should be, right?
I mean, if we've just sat here for an hour and 10 minutes and then we lose it.
I know, it's such good banter too. I think we'll be okay.
Well, let's just wait for him to respond on the text. We got to stay. All right, he's going to rejoin us. We can cut this out.
No, leave it. Your
math
now. There was not knowing how old you'd be in 4 years is just that's the brain just gone.
Wow, I can't believe his laptop died. Wow,
I can.
Yeah, actually, I can.
Well, who else do you think will be out of the England roster. I think that was obviously last one
Pickford.
for Henderson, last one for Stones.
Oh yeah,
I'd
Henderson for sure.
say
Stones,
Konza,
Pickford.
Gahey will be there. I'd
Yes.
say that's probably the last time we'll see Noni Madueke. Because
You'd hope so.
Tuchel even like singled him out. Like he was like, Noni didn't play great.
I'd kind of be surprised if Rashford. I mean, I don't think Rashford will be there for the next World Cup. Maybe for the Euros.
Dude, the Red Sox have won like something crazy, like 14 in a row or something like this.
Sox, go Sox, baby.
You should get into them. That's my squad.
Yeah. Who
You see
else?
Zach Wilson catching some strays today online.
Why?
So they just had him in like it was like him in an Argentina Messi jersey. It was like Messi when he's at MetLife Stadium trying to complete a pass.
Where is he playing now? Right now?
I think he's in like Miami, maybe, or Denver. I don't know. One of those.
Yeah.
One of those two. He sucks though. Yeah, the Red Sox have won 14 in a row. That's freaking crazy. That is awesome.
Where Zach Wilson is.
We'll give this guy 2 more minutes.
He's at the Saints.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wow. Who else is gonna like? So I think
that's the Ivan Toney end of the Ivan Toney experiment.
I'm surprised even Toney even played for that third place game because
I think it'll be probably tough for Watkins at that age, unless he's still playing at a high level. I could see him being on the back nine there.
You got to start to give the Rio and Max Dowman. You got to start to play them with an eye for them playing in the Euros in 2 years' time because
you need Cole Palmer to get back to being Cole Palmer. Yeah. That guy has to be on the team.
It'll be really cool to see how he plays with Rodgers because if you play like Rodgers, Palmer,
they got the same Selly too.
Yeah, true.
I think that Xabi Alonso didn't really get a fair shot at Real Madrid, and he finally was like, "All right, if you're not going to let me do my shit and what I want to do here, and you're going to let these guys just do whatever they want, this is not what I signed up for."
Be interesting to see how he does at Chelsea because they are a basket case of a side.
But if you look at the team, though, they've got, let's say they keep everyone that they've got. I mean, they have Caicedo and Fernandez in the middle. They've got Palmer, Rodgers, João Pedro. I mean, even on the wings, I'm not the biggest fan of Pedro Neto, but they have that Estevao too, who's another winger who's young kid from Brazil.
Some of these players are going to have to be moved on though, especially when you just signed Rodgers for over 100 mil.
Yeah, well, they'll probably sell Garnacho and get someone to take fucking 40 million for him.
Yeah, I think they will sell him.
They probably will sell. Who's their goalkeeper?
Sanchez.
They need a new goalkeeper.
They definitely need a new goalkeeper.
I think they're actually. I was reading. I think they may be trying to get Trafford out of Man City.
Ooh, that'd be. I thought he was linked to Newcastle.
I know, but if you were him, where would you go?
Oh yeah, I'd rather go to Chelsea.
I think that he really wants Granit Xhaka. I mean, just to probably be that locker room presence because they just don't have it. They're just a bunch of young kids, and no one's got control of them. You see them, they fight over who's going to take a penalty. This guy's not coming back on, by the way.
I mean,
because you would say we got to stay in until you rejoin us. He goes, yeah, try that. What is?
No, we don't need to.
I know we don't need to try anything. We just need him to come back.
Is that in your apartment?
You hear that dog?
Yeah, there he is.
He's all the way outside, 3 yards down. I yell at him all the time.
He's back.
All right. We just had to talk about fucking Chelsea for 10 minutes. Jesus Christ, get us off here. Just save it.
He's muted.
Yeah, good. Stay muted.